mean, Channing Frye said it the other day too. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate, but like, I don't know. Why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis shit on everybody? I mean, that responsibility, it's just weird. There's weird energy from the people that I don't know. But Channing, he said it. He said it perfectly. Couldn't have said it no better. But Ant said he don't want it. Obviously, I didn't ask for it.
Really, Bron? Really? You want to blame the media? You want to insinuate that the media is the reason for the destruction of the NBA. Not only that, you want to claim that you never wanted to be the face of the NBA? You? The guy who refers to himself as Queen James? The dude who literally has a tattoo of a crown on his... Well, it's somewhere on his body. Who knows, it might be on his ass, because LeBron James has definitely crowned his ass as the face of the NBA. And look. It's well deserved. LeBron James has been the face of the league for 2 decades, and he damn sure earned it. What LeBron James is doing at 40 years old, it is absolutely unbelievable. Throughout his career, and even now, LeBron has showed up to work every night. Unless, of course, it's the All-Star game. In that case, LeBron announces right before tip-off that he has a boodle contusion, and pretend Dr. Jill Biden, she wouldn't clear him to play. LeBron James blaming the media, and I believe he was talking specifically about Charles Barkley and inside the NBA, and I also think he was talking about a couple of people at ESPN, the very few at ESPN who are actually willing to call out the modern NBA. But either way, LeBron James blaming the mainstream media for the public's perception of the league, it is complete bullshit. And you don't have to take my word for it. Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. feels the same way. Watch for yourself.
That's some BS. I'm going to call it, like I said, this is some straight BS. I don't appreciate what he said. I really, really don't. And listen, let's understand what the backdrop of all of this is. This is fresh off of All-Star Weekend, an All-Star Weekend that LeBron James elected to show up for and not participate in. Don't get me started with his 22 years in the league and how he ruined the slam dunk contest because he's the star. He's the first superstar that played above the rim that decided not to participate in the slam dunk contest. Don't get me started with him showing up at All-Star Weekend on a Sunday afternoon, notifying the NBA an hour beforehand that he wasn't going to play, so they didn't have time to sit up there and get a replacement for him, and then he showed up out there with street clothes on.
Stephen A. is absolutely right. LeBron James destroyed the dunk contest. He is responsible for ruining the All-Star game. And like I have said many times before, LeBron James is going to be the first face of the NBA to leave the league in worse shape than it was in when he was drafted. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble upon this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. Link to the main channel's in the description below. There is one player who is willing to be the face of the NBA. A couple of days ago, Jason Tatum, he volunteered to be the face of the league. Now, statistically speaking, he is more than qualified. But unless you're Mina Kimes, this is one of many situations where stats don't matter. They're meaningless. At 26 years old, Jason Tatum is already a first-ballot Hall of Famer. 6-time All-Star, 3-time first-team All-NBA, 5 trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. He won the title last year. On paper, his resume is impeccable. But Jason Tatum, he will never be the face of this league. And when he retires, it is highly unlikely that Jason Tatum is going to have a lucrative career in sports media. Why? Because he lacks charisma. Charisma is not something that you develop. It's not something that can be taught. You either have it or you don't. But to LeBron's point, There are players who are qualified to be the face of the league who don't want the responsibility. And they don't want the responsibility because they don't want to deal with all the criticism. But who set the stage for the league to be overly criticized? LeBron James. Before LeBron, there was no such thing as player empowerment. Players didn't have the power. The employees weren't telling the employers what they were going to do. Before LeBron James, owners had the power. The player empowerment era, it's been going on for the last 10, 12 years? Think about what's happened in that time. NBA lost half their audience on television. All-Star Game has turned into an annual disaster. Participation is so low for the dunk contest. A dude in the G League has won it 3 years in a row. Mac McClung, he can't get a job as the equipment manager for an NBA team, but he damn sure wins the dunk contest every year. LeBron, he has created this atmosphere where the NBA has become all about the player and less about the team. Remember the decision where LeBron organized a damn circus to announce that he was leaving Cleveland for Miami? In the last decade, public perception of the NBA, I think it's reached an all-time low, especially during the regular season. Why? Because players treat the regular season, especially the first 2 or 3 months, like it doesn't matter. Players refuse to play hurt, not injured. I'm talking about dudes refusing to play hurt. There are players in the NBA who refuse to play unless they're at 100%. 3 years ago, Brandon Ingram, he missed 2 or 3 months of the regular season over a toe bruise. There were several times during his tenure in New Orleans where Brandon Ingram, he would be cleared to play, but refused to play. LeBron turned the Lakers into the Boys and Girls Club. Everyone knows that Bronny James not qualified to play in the NBA, but because LeBron wanted him on the roster, he's on the roster. Rivalries are a thing of the past. When is the last time there was a legitimate rivalry in this league? Warriors-Cavs? That wasn't a rivalry. It was a friendly competition, which is exactly what LeBron has turned the NBA into. Friendly competition. No one wants to watch friends compete. We want to watch bitter enemies. We want to watch rivals. There is no heat in the modern NBA. Me personally, I cannot stand Draymond Green, but at least he tries to fight. At least Draymond Green tries to play the role of the heel. Problem is, the rest of the damn league, they're afraid to fight back. The entire league is filled with friendly faces. It makes for a watered down product. It reeks of sensitivity. I don't want to watch sensitive players. I don't want to see a hard foul and you're helping the opponent back to his feet. I want to see you taunting him after you knock him on his ass. If you watch my main channel, you know I am no defender of the mainstream media. Matter of fact, I am one of the biggest critics of the mainstream media. I'm sure Uncle KC has no friends in the media, but I will defend them on this issue. It is not the media's fault. It's not Stephen A. Smith's fault, Charles Barkley. It is not their fault that the NBA is soft. It's not the media's fault that public perception of the NBA is low. Like I say all the time, organizations, they take on the characteristics of their leaders. Look at who is leading the NBA. LeBron James, Adam Silver. Two nice guys, which is great if you're looking for a babysitter. Give me your thoughts on this. Has LeBron James destroyed the NBA? Or is the media to blame? Or is it a combination of both? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.